4 ended in epic fashion, and the entire season was filled with amazing twists and surprises. As we start the long and bitter wait for Season 5, let's take a look back at the greatest moments of Season 4. And it goes without saying, massive TV spoilers ahead. Let's start with chickens. Ayra and the Hound went to an inn, hankering for food. After a tense talk with a Kingsman, the Hound demands that the soldier gives him chickens, which of course led to a bunch of dudes fighting. Next, we have everyone's favorite king doing us all a favor and dying. This was a long time coming, but Joffrey was finally poisoned on his wedding day. At least he got to eat some pigeon pie before he died. Now, normally book readers know what's coming next, but this moment was a surprise to all. Far in the north, we saw a group of special White Walkers, including one that turned a cute little baby into a walker. Okay, so Tyrion hasn't had the best life like ever, but things got even worse in Season 4 when he was imprisoned for the king's murder. However, this did lead to his awesome trial scene where he basically got to condemn everyone in King's Landing. While that drama was going on, Sansa Stark was going through some drama of her own. After covering up the fact that Littlefinger killed her Aunt Lysa, she got a sinister new makeover. We'll just have to wait and see how that turns out for her. Our next moment is a heartbreaking one. In another Tywin plot, Dany found out that Jorah started as a spy for Robert Baratheon. This led Dany to banishing her close friend and trusted advisor. Speaking of heartbreakers, the fight between Prince Oberyn and the Mountain was one of the best fights in the series, and the most gruesome. Even if you knew it was coming, watching the Mountain crush a man's head like a watermelon was shocking. Moving along to episode 9, a ton of cool moments happened in the epic fight for the Wall. It's hard to choose just one, but we settled on Gren's last stand at the inner gate. He and his brothers recited the Night's Watch Oath as Mag the Mighty charged them. Talk about badass. Next, we have another fight that actually wasn't in the books. In the last episode of the season, Brienne finally finds one of the Stark girls, but has to fight the Hound to get her. What followed was a brutal fight that led to the Hound's defeat. And speaking of which, Arya and the Hound's final scene is amazing. Finally broken and beaten, the Hound practically begs for Arya to finish him off. Instead, Arya decides to take her revenge by leaving him to die a slow death. And finally, we have our last moment, a very bittersweet moment for Tyrion. After escaping from his jail cell, Tyrion meets up with Papa Lannister sitting on the toilet. Tyrion had just killed the second love of his life and was in no mood for Tywin's mind games. Instead, he let his crossbow do the talking. Okay, that was our list of great moments for Season 4, but what are yours? Let me know in the comments below, but please, no book spoilers of things to come. For all your Game of Thrones needs, I'm Alexis Kazanvelitis, and stay tuned to IGN.